Hello. Right, so my bug out kit, spoke about it many times before, but I don't think you've actually seen it. So I mean, I haven't done a prepping video for quite a while. It's all been guns and knives and things, so I'm going to show you it now. Just to let you know, I have taken a few things out because they're for my eyes only. I'm not sharing all my secrets, but that's just me. Now, people say bug out kits have to contain this, they have to contain that. I don't think so. You're the one wearing it, it's your bug out kit, and that's how it is. So if you're comfortable with the items you've got in your bug out kit, you're happy with that, you can live with that. At the end of the day, it's your life. This is mine, as I've said. Please feel free if I've missed anything. Let me know, you know, if there's anything I can add in there, I'd appreciate the advice. But don't be mean. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just show you, it's quite lightweight actually. There is a system with it. The reason it's lightweight, everything's in a certain place for a reason. Have a jacket I'll be wearing which is on the outside. There's various things in there which will never leave my person, but I'll only put them on when it came to the situation. Same with the webbing. Basically everything in there I can ditch if I have to and just run away with that. But everything links in, but it will be more apparent later on in this video. So I'm going to weigh it to show you how heavy it is. I've only got a shit pair of scales, but you'll get the gist of the weight. It's not very heavy. I think the important thing is that you can carry it. A lot of people pack a lot of kit and sometimes they find they can't carry it. I know I can carry all this. I've done it in the past and I know I can carry it. So yeah, we'll weigh that and enjoy. Alright, so the Bergen, bear in mind these are shit scales, so better give you a rough idea. We are looking at, and put my thumb there, we're looking at about 16 key in pounds. That's just by 35 pounds, so give you a rough idea on the Bergen. So the webbing, if we get it all the way off the floor, we're looking at about 8 kilos. That's between 20 and 15 pounds. Yep, spot on in the middle, so 8 kilos on the webbing. And I'm going to tease you with this. You're thinking, what the hell's in there? I might show you this video, I might do it in a separate video. Don't know yet, I'm just going to tease you for a bit. But that weighs, what's that, 4 kilos. It's just under 10 pounds. So I'm not going to add it up. You add up all that, but that's about it. Give or take the extra kilo or two that would go on top of that. So I think we should open her up and have a look what's inside. You have to bear with me because I don't have much room in here. But first thing I'm going to do is take this off. 1, 2, and I'll put my combat jacket straight on. But I'll open that up in a minute. Alright, so top pouch contains my mess tins, and it also contains antibiotics. I'm not going to show them up close because it's got names on it. They're unused antibiotics. It wouldn't hurt, I had a bit of extra space, and given the antibiotic crisis we're having at the moment and how good they might be for prepping, I decided bung them in there, it wouldn't hurt. They could also be a good tradable commodity with other preppers. That is it for the top pouch. So take a look at what I keep in my cooking kit. Right, so this is the cooking kit, my main cooking kit. Obviously not strictly necessary, but helps. The standard British Army mess tins, 2 of the big one and the little one. Like that. Packet of the typical NATO windproof matches with striker. Second packet, just because there was room for them. The Zippo lighter. In fact, if you're wondering what that is, something Everest, British Army. Found it actually. My dad found it and said, "Do you want it?" So I had it straight away, didn't I? We've got hexaburner with the thing that goes over for the mug. Obviously not the same, but it still goes over it. Does exactly the same job. It sits on there. I have got a mug in my webbing which will fit in there as well, so it is a necessary, but you can also stick your mess tin in there, whatever, and put another mess tin on top to keep the heat in, like a lid on the saucepan. And just a couple of fuel blocks. Again, I've only got 4 in there. Kicking the tripod. I don't rely on them because you can't store up enough to cook forever with. The idea of this bug out kit, I am never coming back, so there's nothing really in here that I can run out of. Everything here pretty much I can use permanently, so I would use them in an emergency. Generally I would put wood or some other fuel source in there. I'm not solely relying on blocks. I'll use the natural materials around me. On the rag sweat, just a desert sweat rag, but it's just for the general cleaning up, drying up, a blute in the cooking area, that sort of thing, or a mat to lay your food out on, like a tea towel basically. But this can also be used as a sling, a bandage, a way of filtering water, and the dust rag, face scarf, anything this can be used for. So a handy piece of kit all round really. And yes, I've just realised and just put the antibiotics inside the bag. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I think we need to do walkthrough. Right, so the contents of the bag, there's a little rip in there, again needs repairing. Probably the only bit of technology in here really. Carabiner with a torch, with a button compass, just to have a look see in there. I am on the lookout for an Invergen, but we got a sleeping bag, not the best on the market, but you can sleep in it. A pair of trousers, very important. There are 2 pairs of trousers in here, and one for daytime use, one for nighttime use. So basically a wet pair, dry pair. Some grub, again not long term, this is probably about it. There's a few other items of food in there, tins, etc. Basically military rations. Again, just gets you through the first couple of days or only in emergency, but generally you'd be living off the land, scavenging, fishing, that sort of thing. In an ideal world, we can't plan for exactly what's going to happen, hence why we're preppers. We're just making the best of what we can. AK-47 bayonet. You're probably wondering why the hell he wants that. It's a good knife. It's got a serrated edge. It's got a sharp edge. It's also got a wire cutter on there. And there is another reason, and I'll show you that later, but that can be put on a sharp stick with a lashing, turned into a spear, protection, hunting, that sort of stuff. All that good Bear Grylls stuff. That's my house. A basher, a basic British Army basher, bungees, pegs, and it's just in a nice camouflage bag. But we'll go into that again later. A shemag, which is a headscarf, green. Again, it's a good thing to sit on. You can lay it out on the floor, you can strip kit down like your rifle on there, you can clean stuff, whatever, clean up. It's always good to have a shemag anytime. An old Norwegian shirt. This used to be issued to the British Army, but it's not anymore. I can get the label up for you. It's a cold weather shirt. Let's see if you're getting there. Probably not, but it's the best I can do with this crappy light. So we've got a thermal shirt to keep us warm. And let it go underneath. With a pair of trousers. MTP, I'm afraid. Not a fan of MTP. As you can see, I like DPM. It fits in with where my bugout location would be. DPM would be the best. If you ask me, you tend to stick out like a bulldog's bollocks. But what I like about these is the pockets on the bottoms of the legs, on the side. Now these are big. These are like dump pouches. I did do a video, American MTP, whatever I called it before. Those trousers are the ones I used in that video. What else we got? It's crap in the bag. Thermal fleece. Again, fleecy jacket. Keeps you warm, you don't want to get cold. Else. Now also here I do have a folder with paperwork in it. I'm not going to show you, but it's in a zip folder like that. At the end of the day, you're still the person you are. Things might pick up again. I doubt it, but if they do, I have a copy of my birth certificate, my partner's birth certificate, both the kids' birth certificates, bank stuff, proof of ownership of things, IDs, qualifications, certificates. It is all copied. All the important paperwork is copied and kept in this waterproof folder. Again, you might need to prove your identity. Don't think just because the world has gone to shit, everything's gone. It might not be gone forever. It could be a blip and things could pick up. Not in the manner we know now, but in another way, a Mad Maxy sort of, I don't know, neither do you. But you still might need to prove who you are. So always take your identity, proof of ownership of your house, car details, qualifications, certificates for anything you're qualified for, because there might be communities and stuff which bond together. You've seen the films, and they might need someone to do so and so job or so and so job. Say you're a doctor. If you can prove you're a doctor, you're a valuable asset to that community or that group, and they'll take you on. And as you know, there's strength in numbers. Again, if you've got a first aid qualification, you've got proof of it. You've got that medical training that someone else might not want, or not want. They want it, but they might not have, and that would make you a very, very valuable person in that community. They'll want you. So if you can prove this stuff, it proves your value. So always take the documents. That's it for the main pouch. This pouch. Again, they've got built-in waterproof bags. I have got this needs waterproofing, but that is a set of Gore-Tex DPM jacket and trousers. Keep yourself waterproof. You don't want to be wet. You can still operate in the rain with waterproof. You don't have to go in. That's it for that pouch. The next pouch, which is on the left. That was the right, by the way. Figured that out. I've got just a quick meal, morale booster. What is it? Bacon grill. You can fry it, slice it. It's just a cheap version of Spam, but it's got protein in it. Not long term this food, but it'll get you out of the shit in the early stages. You can get established and still have a meal. You know, got 2 tins of sardines. Again, protein, oils. It's not shit food, it's necessary food. Yeah, as mad as it looks, it's a waterproof bowl. Apparently made in '95. But it's not just a collapsible bowl. You can transport water around with this. As dopey as you might look, you've got a waterproof hat. So it'll go with the waterproof. You've got a hood, but you've now got a waterproof hat. And that's it for that pouch. I'm not going to go on what's in there, but that's pretty much it for the Bergen. There's a bungee on the bottom, and that's it. That is my Bergen. Right, so we got the pouch you saw. It's actually shoe bag or something, but I've adopted it as my house. Unzip it, and you find tent pegs. Again, I probably wouldn't use these. I'd probably just sharpen up some sticks and stick them in the ground that way. If I needed to grab this and run, I wouldn't have to worry about hunting around for my tent pegs. And in here, again, there's various bits of paracord, bungees and everything, more pegs, but not necessary. This does actually have a bungee tied to it, and there's a bit of paracord so I can loop that round a tree and it still keeps its tension, and I can just pull it with a simple yank and the things come undone. That's it, that's a basher. That's my house. Also, those British Army bashers can also be used as a stretcher, so if you're in with a group of people and one of you go down, you've also got a stretcher as well. So the food I've got in here, again it's in a sealy bag. Like I said, not for the long term, just to get me out of the shit in the first stages. We've got carrot soup, coriander and stuff, vegetable curry and rice, carrot and coriander soup again, apple turnover. We got plain rice, got heavy rice, tea. We're English here, you've got to have tea. It's like the main piece of your bug out kit is fucking tea. You can't go into battle without tea. Tuna, lime and pepper. I've never had that. That's tissue, you know what that's for. Biscuit browns, well these are crumbs now, but again, what's this? Lemon powder. Nescafe, not my favourite coffee, but I'll have to make do. Kenko, we're going up a step. I like a bit of Kenko, but I'm more of a Dow Egberts person, but I can't find them in sachets. You got various sugars, whiteners, things like that. Some more windproof matches. Sweet cherry. Raspberry. More matches. Sweeteners. Coffee. Chewing gums. That looks like a condom. No, it ain't. It's a vitamin and mineral tablet supplement thing. It doesn't look like a condom, does it? Toasted muesli with milk. Very, very good for you. Fruit cocktail in pineapple juice. Chocolate drink. Hot chocolate drink. Essential tea. More chewing gum. Let's just tip that out. And we've got water purification tablets. You can't go wrong with these. If you can get these, you get loads of them. They might taste like chlorine, but they keep your water sterile, and more sugars and whiteners. And it all comes, obviously it doesn't, I've squeezed it all into this, but a big sealy bag that again you can transport water in, burn dressing. It is many things. It keeps electric stuff dry if you have it. And you can also, if you have caught some game or some meat or something, you can keep the bugs off it. If you slide it in there, squeeze as much of the air out as you can and seal that and keep it in a dark place, like your Bergen, you will preserve your meat a lot longer by doing that rather than just leaving it. It'll keep the flies off it while you're doing stuff. And like I said, we've got our bacon grill and our sardines.